Hi guys, Jimmy here. Welcome back to my channel. So it's day 17 of my 31 days of Halloween, and what this film or films mean to me, we know the spiel, James. But today, I'm not going to show you a physical film. No, I'm going to do something different. So last week, I think I had a few beers, to be honest with you. I brought 50 items on eBay. Yes, 50 items are in this package. And they were selling 3 items, and it varied in price from £12 to about £23. And they went to their store because I quite liked what I saw, and I thought, well, let me just have a little poke around. And then it basically said you can get 50 of these items for £50 or make me a best offer. Made a best offer. It included postage and packaging, and it was £45. Now, I haven't looked in here, but they've packaged it really, really well. They've packaged it so well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox this live on camera and we're going to see what we've got inside here, but I'm going to have to actually take out my red background to show you this in full. But yeah, so as I said, I was looking for something in particular on eBay. Well, sorry, not something in particular, something I wanted for my room downstairs, and I came across this, and I saw a set of them for £15, I think it was, and they were nice. It was 3 of them together and a really nice set, and I thought to myself, oh, I might treat myself to that. But then when I looked deeper into their website, it had this on offer, and I thought, do you know what, let me take a chance on that. And as I said, there was 50 of them in here, and it's well wrapped up, I must say. I don't know if you can guess what that is. It's not a script for a film, that's for sure. Okay, yeah. So what it is their posters. Me and my bleeding posters. Check that out. And ironically, it was the Star Wars one that I saw first of all. Just it's got the original artwork, look. And the detail is absolutely amazing. They've actually managed to I'm looking at the other one actually. I might be in a bit of luck here actually. Let me just check something while I'm doing this for the first time. Right, so I'm happy already. I'm happy already. So I saw these 3 Star Wars prints. So we've got this Star Wars one here. I'm going to show you in more detail in a bit, don't worry. Then they had Empire Strikes Back. Sorry, I just got a bit carried away because I didn't think I was going to get all 3 when they said it was all individual. They've got the Empire Strikes Back, and they've got Return of the Jedi. And look at the artwork on it now. I'm quids in here. I'm happy already. I'm happy already. So before I show you the others, what they do is they do reproduction posters, and these are Japanese prints. I think most of them are Japanese prints. There will be a few from the US as well, just looking down at this one I've got here. But when they do the reprints, they do them with the stained effect on them. Now, if I remember correctly, these 3 were the ones that I saw originally. And I think these were £13, £12.95 on their own. And that's when I decided to look at their their eBay shop and see what they had. But I'm stoked already that I managed to get these 3. I didn't think they would get them. I thought because they had like a 50 bundle, they would just like grab anything. And I thought, well, they're not going to give me that because that would just be too much luck. But yeah, so yeah, I got Return of the Jedi, and they're an ideal width just to go. I want them for going down my stairs, basically. That's what I want them for. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the camera and I'm going to show you these 50 prints in as short as time as possible. There's already one film in there that I already know is going to be my what this film means to me, so I've seen it straight away. But anyway, guys, let me crack on and show you these 50 prints that I got, and for £45 I'm already happy with that. But anyway, on to part 2 of this vlog, guys. See you in a minute. Okay guys, so I've got 50 of these to go through, so we're just going to go through them quite quickly. I'm not going to show you close-ups because I think quite a lot of these I'm going to be able to add in future vlogs. So first up, we've got Return of the Jedi, and I will be honest with you, I did have a look at these. Next up is Empire Strikes Back, and then we've got Star Wars, And as I said before, you can just see the staining on them just to recreate the old-fashioned feel. Now, I did have a peek at some of these already because I just couldn't wait. And look, I've got an Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. Love that one. Akari, again, what a poster that is. Let's go. Oh, this is the problem. Oh, that's one. Next up, Fright Night. Wasn't expecting that. Original artwork, just absolutely fantastic. Then we've got some John Carpenter films. They Live, Prince of Darkness, one of my favourite, very underrated John Carpenter film. This one is just absolutely gorgeous. Then we've got Batman. Now, the reason why I love this one is because this was actually the first movie me and my wife went on a date with all those years ago, back in late 80s. My God, that's bringing back some memories there. Then we've got The Exorcist. I've never seen that artwork before. Absolutely gorgeous. Then we've got What's Your Major Malfunction? Born to Kill, Full Metal Jacket, Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece. I'm so taken aback by these. And then we've got Alien 3. Look at that artwork on Alien 3. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I didn't notice that up there. So we've got Aliens, and then Alien 3. Yeah, in 92. Sorry, I literally just noticed that. I don't know if you can see that up there. They've actually numbered up the dates. And then look at this. One of my favourite superheroes, shall we say. Who is Darkman? Darkman, look at that. Absolutely. So we've got E.T. here. Do you know what? E.T. doesn't do it for me. Never really saw the hype around E.T. for some strange reason. Then we've got Jeff Goldberg in The Fly. What a film that was when it came out. Then we've got this 2 posters here of The Lost Boys. I think that one is brilliant. You've got that Mary Poppins feel to this picture here, and I've never seen this artwork before either. And then we've got the classic poster of The Lost Boys. Love that. And actually, use Lost Boys because that was when I started to take an interest in fashion myself. And I remember having these white trainers that went up to my ankle bone rather. And I used to have one of those like trench coats as well that I think Corey Haim's character had in there. But yeah, you know, The Lost Boys, what a film. Michael, you're eating maggots. How could a billion Chinese people be wrong? Little comic book in there, and then the classic bridge scene here. So that is going to be my pick of the day, The Lost Boys, yeah. And I'm so glad I got 2 of these posters in here. Then we've got some older posters. This is Burnt Offerings. I think that's it's a horror film from the 70s, isn't it? I think I'm probably wrong on that. Maybe it might even be the 60s. Then we've got 2 classic posters, Psycho, and then the classic, look at that, the shower scene. I mean, I'm over the moon with some of these. Dracula, I never really liked this one, to be honest with you. I didn't see the hype around it. Now, this one here, The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue, is a proper cult classic. And I've only seen this film once, and that was many, many years ago. I need to reacquaint myself with it, but look at the artwork on this. Then we've got Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Now, there only is one of these posters. There's not 4 of them. I think I was trying to hedge my bets a bit too much there, hoping too much for that one. Then we've got The Omen. The Omen, The Final Conflict. And then we've got the original Omen picture there, which I do like the artwork on that. Look at that. Damien, and then the wolf. Absolutely fantastic. We've also got some James Bond ones. So we've got On Her Majesty's Secret Service. And then we've got Octopussy. I remember seeing that in the cinema with my mates in Hammersmith at the Odeon in the King's Road. Love the artwork on that. And then look at this one. What artwork is that? Just absolutely fantastic. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon about this. So, what was his name from The Professionals? Who Dares Wins? Oh, I can't remember his name now. It's escaped me. Then we've got a nice poster of The Wicker Man. That's a nice one. Then we've got some, and I'm happy actually I've got these because these tie in nicely with my Hammer editions that I've got and what films Hammer's going to be doing. So we've got Dracula, Prince of Darkness, the world's most evil vampire lives again. Then we've got Torture Garden, Dare You See What Dr. Diablo Sees, From Beyond the Grave, and it's got Peter Cushing in there, and so you've got the names of people starring there as well. Blood from the Mummy's Tomb. Just, I'm really surprised by all these. Dracula has risen from the grave. Look at his eyes, look at his eyes. All in the eyes, look around the eyes, don't look into the eyes, look around the eyes. And then we've got Dracula AD 1972, Dracula Today. And then we've got Dracula, I'm going to say that wrong here. I won't say it, I'm going to say it wrong. So it's Dracula AD, I think it's in another language. I'm not going to say it because I'm going to say it wrong. I'm always making bloody mistakes. Then we've got the Satanic Rites of Dracula. Evil begets evil on the Sabbath of the undead. Then we've got a Doctor Who one, which is quite nice. Actually, I don't like I've never got into Doctor Who, but nice poster there. Then we've got Batman from the 60s, was it? 60s? Yeah, so all the main characters that were around there, the Penguin, the Joker, Catwoman, the Riddler, and Robin. We've got another Hammer one, The Curse of the Werewolf. David Bowie, The Man Who Fell to Earth. What a poster that is. And then Zardox. Whenever I see this, I just laugh. It's you know, the costume designer, bless him. Right, okay, so underneath Peeping Tom is an absolutely gorgeous poster that I've got here. I'm so happy that I've got this included in this set. So we've got Peeping Tom here. I think this is from the 60s or 70s, but look at the Jaws one. Just look at that. So I am more than happy with that. I was not expecting to get Jaws in there. But that was my 50 items I got for 40, was it 45 or 47 pounds? What an absolute bargain that is. I am over the moon with that. Anyway, guys, listen, long vlog for me for today. Thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you real soon on my next vlog.